Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Nizzy's Sports Chat. I am your host, Nizzy. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Raptors rookie point guard Malachi Flynn and why I think this guy has the potential to be the next Chris Paul style point guard in the league. Now, he never had a lot of run time at the beginning of the season. He's really been featured a lot in the last month or so of the season here. Obviously, all you Raptors fans out there know all the COVID issues and injury issues and rest issues the Raptors have been dealing with over the past month or so, which has kind of enabled Malachi to get into a rhythm and flow, getting to start a few games, getting more minutes off the bench. And we've really been able to see what this guy can really become in the league. He's really improved over the last month or so. Had a really nice game last night against the Cavaliers, finishing up with 18 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and 2 steals in 24 minutes of play time. Also, he only took 6 shots to get 18 points. Went 4 of 6 shooting from the field, but he had 8 of 8 shots made from the line, which is really nice. Anytime you got a rookie who can bang in free throws consistently, that's always a good thing. He's got a nice shooting stroke. And I just love the way the guy plays, to be honest with you. He's a really good facilitator of the basketball. Just really reminds me a lot of Chris Paul, man, which is what made me want to do this video. He's just an absolute floor general, in my opinion. The guy just makes the right play more times than not. One of the things I love the most about watching this guy is he's always looking to get his teammates involved first. Like, you watch the games that he started earlier in the season. He's always looking to get his teammates involved first. He's not one of those shoot first point guards. I mean, he can bang down shots when he needs to, but his main focus, his main intent is to get his other players on the team involved, right? So that's one thing that I've noticed a lot. Like, you'll find when you watch him start in those games, most of the time he doesn't even take a shot in the first quarter. He'll be lucky if he takes maybe 1 shot in the first quarter, because he's mainly looking to get his teammates going, right? And that's exactly what you want to see from your point guard. He's a high-end, high IQ player who can really pass the ball well, runs a pick and roll really well. Just an all-around good facilitator and a good playmaker, which is exactly what the Raptors need. Because I love Kyle and Fred, and they get you assists. They can get you some, good playmaking ability. But I think they're both shoot-first point guards. I think they're more guys who like creating their own shot. There's certain possessions you'll watch where Kyle and Fred always just kind of go down the court, or like Kyle loves his pull-up 3. Fred kind of loves to just kind of drive it to the rack on his own for the lay-in sometimes. And it just kind of stagnates the offense a little bit, which I've been noticing since we've had the main group kind of back in the last few games when everyone's been back from injury. And one thing Malachi does really well is that he doesn't focus on getting his own shot. He focuses on getting good, high-quality shots for his teammates first, and then he'll try and make buckets if, a play breaks down and he can't get to find an open guy for a look, then he'll end up taking a shot or trying to create a shot for himself that way. But overall, man, I love that he's a pass-first point guard. Reminds me a lot of Chris Paul in that way. And then one thing I'm really liking about this guy, man, he is just coming alive in that fourth quarter. I mean, call him freaking Mr. Fourth Quarter if you want to, I guess, because this guy, anytime I've watched Malachi over the last few weeks here, anytime in the fourth quarter, he steps it up big time, man. He steps it up big time in that fourth quarter. Always hitting his shots, it seems. Always making the right play. Tenacious defense. I've seen him lots come and just snag the steal where we turn the ball over on offense, and he comes running back down the court when the guy's kind of, slows up and he's looking to kick it out to 3, and he just comes and rips the ball right back away from him. Reminds me a lot of Chris Paul in that way, where Chris Paul is just a tenacious defender, even though he's a small guy and really is good at getting the steals. Malachi's very much the same. And, just love his confidence in the fourth quarter, man. The dude makes shots when we need him. I mean, he'll miss a lot of shots in the first half. He's like kind of a very slow starter, it seems. I think that's going to come a lot better as his game progresses, where he'll be able to start with a lot hotter start and be able to just be more consistent with his 3-point shooting in his mid-range game. But hey, man, nothing better than knowing within the first few weeks of a rookie's career if the guy has the clutch gene or not. And I think this guy definitely has the clutch gene and the winning gene. And he's a purebred winner. He's clutch in the clutch moments, very similar to Gary Trent. So if we can have two guys now that are super clutch in fourth quarter situations, I think that'll go a long ways to helping out the Raptors in the future. I just don't think Pascal's that clutch guy for us. I don't think he's the guy that should be taking those shots in clutch time. OG has shown capability of being clutch with that last second buzzer beater 3 that he made against Boston in the playoffs last year. But other than that, man, like Kyle Lowry's clutch sometimes. He's hit and miss, right? He's not super consistent. Same with Freddie. They can be clutch, but they're not consistent clutch players. And Pascal is anything but clutch. He's great for the first half of games. Sometimes he'll show up in the fourth quarter, but most of the time he's just not a clutch guy down the stretch. And I really believe that Malachi is going to be one of those clutch guys for us coming down the stretch in the future here. Loved what I've seen from the kid so far, man. I think he's only going to get better. I think if he would have been getting minutes the entirety of the season instead of, riding the bench so hard at the beginning of the year there, I think he'd be in conversation for Rookie of the Year. Obviously, if LaMelo didn't go down, I don't think it's hands down LaMelo takes it, but I think Malachi would have been in the race with LaMelo going out if he would have had a chance to get more minutes throughout the entirety of the season. I think he's been phenomenal the last month. We're going to need him down the stretch here. Hopefully Nick Nurse keeps, riding the wave and keeps playing him. He really didn't play him a lot in that loss to the Knicks there. He only played him 5 minutes, which just baffled me, especially because Kyle Lowry got some nice assists, but he was not hitting any buckets. He was 1 of 10 shooting that game. Malachi got no minutes, and I'm really happy Nick Nurse made the adjustment to put him in for more minutes against the Cavaliers because, man, did it pay off. I mean, the dude was outstanding for us. Big game again against Brooklyn tonight, so we'll see how many minutes he gets. I don't know if Gary Trent Jr. is going to be back or not. I would assume so. Maybe that's why he was out yesterday. So his minutes might be cut down a little bit. But I mean, I think you should be sacrificing the minutes of Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet a little bit to get this guy some more action because it clearly pays off when you give him 20 plus minutes a night. And yeah, you guys, I'm just super excited for the future of the Raptors squad here with Malachi Flynn leading the way at the point guard's position. And yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But a lot of people are comparing this guy to like a Fred VanVleet style player, he is similar to Freddie. But I really think this guy's more of a Chris Paul style player, and I think he will have a better career than Fred. I think if you look at where he is now in his first year in the league, he is already better than what Fred was. Obviously, Fred was undrafted, but he's already better than what Freddie was in his first year coming in with the Raptors. And I think the sky's the limits for Malachi, man. I think he's got good potential to be a 20 and 10 guy, 20 points, 10 assists per game. I think he can average that for quite a few years in this league and be a force to be reckoned with for years to come for the Raptors. So super excited, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below about Malachi Flynn. What do you think his potential is in the years to come with the Toronto Raptors? And once again, this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat signing off, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.